back in the day, 1 week away from the final roster update of the 2024 MLB season. Kind of, maybe, final regular season update. Something to note is that if your team makes the playoffs, there's also going to be a postseason roster update as well. So really, there's going to be one other update as well. But basically, first off, smash the like button, man, for all of the roster update vids, all the coins I made you all year long. That's hype. And it's not on the schedule, but October 4th, 10:04 is going to be the roster update. Final regular season roster update. We have a bunch of names, last minute buys, tons of stubs to be made. You know, you're not out of it just yet. Make sure you capitalize on these last 2 roster updates. Join the Discord link down below for advice. Join the membership. Appreciate all of your support throughout the season, man. We're going to have gameplays coming. We're still going to have stub making methods and all of that great stuff. But I appreciate everything I can do for you and everything you've done for me. So, first things first, we have Cade Smith, a guy that was common not too long ago. And I said buy as the common. And here he is. Pushing 85 overall, pushing Diamond. And you know what? We can project. We have a formula. We can get what overall the starting pitchers, the relievers, and closers are trending towards. He's looking like a +2 to his hits per 9, +2 to his walks per 9, slight K per 9 boost. He's looking like he's a borderline +1. He's +1.03 right now, guys. So he is kind of like a fringe Diamond. Gotta hope he doesn't lose it. But looking at his last 3 pitching performances, okay? 3 innings pitched, 6 strikeouts. No walks, no runs, 1 hit. He's been playing well in the last week or 2 because it seems like he's been using pretty sparingly. And the Guardians are going to make the playoffs. The Guardians are first in their division as of right now. And the playoffs, 3 games left. So heading into the playoffs, he's also going to be somebody you can potentially stash for that update. Even if he gets shafted, doesn't go Diamond right now, I think he's a good buy even at 1,900 pay up. We got Michael Harris II up next. Now the Braves, this one's risky, guys. You know, really, the play here, you hope for a +1 this update. So not a great return on investment currently because he's priced as a +1. 266 batting average, 16 home runs, but the last 7 games with 5 home runs in the last 7 games with a 486 batting average, bronze hitting, insane stats in the last 15, insane stats in the last 7. He's looking good, and this is a guy where when the Atlanta Braves make the postseason, maybe because they're 1 game back in the wild card, 3 games to go. If they make the postseason and they go on a run, which they're a team that can go on a run, he could earn himself Diamond in the postseason. He'd be a guy that has to step up. So it's kind of a longer term play here, but he is a buy. Tommy Edman, I'm not going to talk about him. He's trash. We got Edwin Diaz now. Edwin Diaz, this is a guy that I think he came back from injury, right? Looking at his, so he's got 51 innings pitched, 79 strikeouts. Wow. He's looking good. He's trending up. His price is great. We have Edwin Diaz projected as a +1.33 overall. But, oh man, his last start wasn't great. 2 innings pitched, 1 hit, 2 walks. The walks hurt, but he did have 4 strikeouts. He went 2 innings against the Phillies. Pitched pretty well against the Phillies, obviously one of the better teams. The Mets are holding on for dear life to a wild card spot currently. Again, you want to see the Mets go on a postseason run and see if Edwin Diaz can get supercharged or something, or see if he can maybe, play his way to a +2. But he's looking like a +1 as of right now. I mean, the stats to look at are hits per 9. His hits per 9 can definitely go up considering in his last 14 innings pitched, only giving up 8 hits. And his strikeout per 9 also is due for maybe a slight +2 boost. That's what we have him projected as right now. Edwin Diaz is a really, really good buy, especially considering his price and the fact that the Mets are currently stationed to be in the playoffs. And it looks like we're going by name now, guys. So Jackson Merrill, the Padres. The Padres, man, I got to pull up the MLB playoff picture because the Padres, they're good. They clinched a postseason spot as the top wild card, it looks like. So the Padres are in. They're in the race, and that's all that matters here. Jackson Merrill is a borderline +1. Borderline +1 this update specifically, but his team has made the playoffs, so it's a bit of a longer-term play. People are saying he could go Diamond this time. I say, let's calm down. Last 15 games, 2 home runs, not great, 296 batting average. So his batting average is there, but really looking at his splits, he's got to do more versus lefties in real life. Then you'd like to see him go on a bit of a home run type streak. Hopefully he does that in the postseason. I'd say maybe a +1 right now, but definitely a good long-term buy. And I would buy him right now just because of that +1 potential. This next guy is somebody I very much like because there's a lot of risk. Let's go to the roulette table. Let's spin the wheel. Bryce Snell. Bryce Snell is currently a +1.34. His clutch is due for a massive downgrade. Hits per 9 should go up. Ks per 9 should go up. So he's looking like he's going to be an 82. Unless, now the Giants are eliminated from playoffs, so it is wraps. And you're paying what he's projected to go to as of right now. Not much resistance. Maybe his price goes down, but it's a pitcher flip. It's a classic case of pitcher flip. He's got 1 start left in the regular season. He should have 1 start left in the regular season. If he pitches good, you're in the money. I'm talking about Bryce Snell masterclass. 7 innings pitched, one walk or less, 10 strikeouts. Wham bam, thank you, man. +2, show me the money. Or he sucks, and you lose nothing. Well, you can lose something because he could potentially lose that +1, but he does have a bit of I don't know, man. It's a bit of a riskier investment. If those 200 orders and 900 go through, and you can get him for below 900, definitely a guy to be on your radar. He is a pitcher flip, so keep an eye on his next start. Bryce Miller is up next. This is a guy where you can make some bang for your buck right here. Bryce Miller's been a guy we've been making stubs on all year long. Now, if we take a look at what he's projected, he's looking pretty solid, man. +5 hit per 9, +2 walk per 9, a slight downgrade in K per 9, a big clutch boost, stamina boost. We have him as a +1.6 right now, which I think is a little bit too generous. Slow your roll, but +1.6, he's priced as if he's a +0. I would sell the house and buy some Bryce Miller if I was all of you. Last couple starts, averaging 6 or 7 innings pitched, averaging about 3 hits per game, not many runs. He has been walking a couple guys, but his strikeout, he's been pitching very, very well, honestly. So I definitely think he's due for a +1. He's not priced accordingly. Definitely buy some Bryce Miller. That's probably my #1 buy right now. Cole Ragans is up next. Now, again, this is the guy where I don't really necessarily agree with the projections, but let's take a look. Cole Ragans is looking like a +5 hit per 9, -2 walk per 9. And the reason we have him as a +1, +1.0, so right on the border, is because he's due for a +10 to clutch. So without that clutch boost, things ain't looking good. And this is honestly a case where I'm going to have to disagree with the projections, right? So we have him projected as a +1. So you can trust the formula, or you can trust the TBR insight formula, right? Like my brain is the formula. Last couple starts, let's take a look. 6 innings pitched, 7 innings pitched, 6 innings pitched, all right, 3. So his hits per 9 in his last couple starts have been really good, about 3 hits per start, not bad. 1 or 2 runs per start, about 1 run per start, not bad either. About 6 or 7 strikeouts per start, it's pretty good stuff. However, he's averaging about over 3 walks per game in his last 3 starts. And looking at his walks per 9, he is due for a -2. So what it really comes down to how big of a clutch boost can they give Cole Ragans, and he could get a +10 just because of how he's not giving up many runs, but really it comes down to batting average with runners in scoring position. So Cole Ragans could low-key be a good buy. Again, you're not going to lose any stubs, so I don't mind it as risk-free. Trust the formula. Up next is Manny Machado. We already covered the Padres, man. They're in the race. Manny Machado and Jackson Merrill. Manny Machado, you see people think he might get a boost for this update. He has been hot, 280 batting average in his last 7 games with 2 home runs, 293 batting average in his last 15 games, 280 on the year with 20. They like doing weird things in the last update of the year, and if they can give a star player, Machado, a boost to a 82 overall, I see it happening, and he could earn himself higher in the playoffs. I like him as a buy a lot. Shota Imanaga. Had this guy as a buy all roster update long. Again, this is up there with Bryce Miller as one of my favorites. He's looking, everything should be positive, especially clutch. He's looking like a +1.7 right now, and I agree with him, man. 2 starts ago, he came out and had 11 strikeouts, which definitely helps his chances of getting a K per 9 boost. I mean, as long as he doesn't sell in his last start of the year, Shota Imanaga could get a +2. Now we go to the land of silvers for the last recommendation of the regular season roster updates. We're going to have a video where I predict everybody. Don't worry, it's coming. Framber Valdez. Framber Valdez is definitely going to earn himself gold, I believe. Looking like a +1.4 currently. Definitely a guy to consider doing back orders on the season. He's about 1 strikeout per innings pitch, 2.9 ERA. He's having a decent year. Obviously, around the middle of the season, he was playing like trash, but he really bounced back since coming back from injury and having a couple of starts. After that, he's been pitching good again. About 6 innings pitched per start his last 3 times out. About 1 hit per innings pitch, which isn't great, but he has about 1 strikeout per innings pitch, not bad, and about 1 walk, 1 or 2 walks per start. So he's looking pretty favorable as a guy who's a silver with pretty low base stats. We have him projected for a clutch boost, which should get him that +1. I like him for back orders. I like him just to buy straight up. Again, the Astros are in the race. And there it is, boys. Appreciate your support all season long, man. If you got any questions, hit me up in the Discord or drop a comment. Smash the like button. Peace out. I'll catch you next week for the predictions.